point. I just want to start with Victor Wembanyama. I think I have to. Everything is advertised and more. Like, it is actually ridiculous. I don't think I'm saying I don't think this is a hot take when I say that I think he's winning Defensive Player of the Year this year in his rookie year. And I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think he's one of the favorites. He should be one of the favorites. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. The biggest thing for me with his defense is the fact that he has a room for error on that end of the floor that no player has ever had in NBA history, and I don't think it's particularly close. So what I watched Anthony Davis play, obviously for the Lakers against Phoenix yesterday. Sorry, and I think he had 4 or 5 blocks in the first. He was absolutely erasing everything at the rim. His timing at the rim and his positioning defensively is absolutely elite, outstanding. He's got nothing on Victor Wembanyama in terms of the room for error that he has on the defensive end of the floor. So what I mean by that is he can afford to gap shooters, right? Like, if he gets switched on to, Steph, Clay, CP3, he was kind of guarding Wiggs mainly. He can afford to gap everyone out on the perimeter because he knows with his length and wingspan, he's going to contest jump shots even if he's standing a few feet away, kind of thing. Like, no one else has that capacity. Maybe like who? Giannis, maybe, but still, I wouldn't even say Giannis. Like, this guy's he's an alien. He's ridiculous. It's just, it's flat out not fair. Some of the things he was doing in the first quarter was he was taking the piss. He was taking the PISS out of the Warriors. And this is a team that is playing with 4 future Hall of 3. I mean, Draymond was out today, so I suppose 3 future Hall of Famers. And in Clay, Steph, and CP. Former number 1 overall pick, second best player on a championship team 2 years ago in Andrew Wiggins. Very good starting caliber center in Kevon Looney. And he was just taking the piss. He really was. On both ends of the floor to an extent. I'll talk about his offense in a second. His offense isn't quite as impressive as his defense. We'll get to the Warriors stuff in a minute. But I thought it best to mention Wemby. Like, he can gap players on the perimeter. He can afford to be blown by because he knows he can make up for it with chase down blocks with his length. And you have to, as an offense, you legitimately have to try and play away from him as much as you can. And we saw some possessions where the Warriors were completely discombobulated, where, Steph or Clay or Chris or Wiggs would have Wemby kind of on an island almost. And you think, okay, maybe, 7'4", 7'5", he's slow. I can try and work something out here to get an effective shot. No, just no. Like, and even some of the shots that the Warriors did make over him, it's almost laughable. The kind of different arcs they had to put on the shot. I suppose, like, the big one was the Kuminga one in the second quarter, where JK kind of got into him, then tried to pump fake. Wemby didn't really fall for it, but he had at that point he created enough of a gap where he made a little baseline jump shot, but the arc on it had to be so high. It was an incredibly skillful jump shot. Like, it was, and the fact that JK actually recognized that was fantastic. It was a great shot. But just the fact he had to do it is just, it's laughable. It really is. Like, some of the Wiggs stuff, I mean, he blocked Wiggs a couple of times. He blocked Steph. He blocked Clay on one in the first quarter and then got a transition dunk. It's just, as I said, the room for error for me is the big thing. There's just no one in NBA history that's had this amount of room for error, where you can do, if you're him, you can do stuff that every other player in the league cannot get away with, but you can get away with it just by your sheer size and length.